Hello YouTubers, 2008 Ford Escape, and we got the ABS light on, so we will check what's the cause. So first of all we will look at our scan tool. Okay, so today we will be using launch scanner, and I will leave the link in the description for it. So we'll go to diagnose. We want to go directly to the vehicle selection, since this is not generic check engine light code. So we'll search automatically, and we want to get into the ABS module to check for any codes. We'll do manual select, since we want to check just ABS. And I probably know what's going on, because this is the third sensor in 3 years that I will be replacing. But if we read fault codes, it's probably left rear ABS sensor that is faulty. So left rear wheel speed sensor input circuit failure. Alright, so probably the reason is the low quality of the sensors. They come with 3-year warranty, so you can replace them 3 times for free, basically, if you do it by yourself. But we will take the wheel off and check if there are any other potential issues with it. Alright, so we have vehicle off the ground, and before I take the wheel off, just want to show you. So we went into the data stream, and originally you probably noticed when I checked the code there was no active codes, but it was stored in memory. So in here we can select which data we want to watch, and in this case it's left rear wheel speed sensor. So if we spin the wheel, we should see if our sensor works or not at all, and most likely it does work. So we can see the speed, and same was a year ago. So it works intermittent. Sometimes you bring it into the shop, it seems like it's working, then you go for a drive and it throws an error. So at this point we'll just take the wheel off and we'll check a sensor visually. To take the wheels off you need 19mm socket, and we will use this bad boy, link in the description, and also then to put it back we'll need a torque wrench. This one actually has a really cool feature of getting the nuts loose. As you can see, it hits really hard at the beginning, then when it gets the nuts loose it slows down, so it's not flying out on you. Alright, so the wheel is off. Here's your sensor, where it's coming from. You will have 1, 2, 3 8mm brackets, and the last one is on sensor itself. So one of those here is a 10mm nut, because the bolt that was originally here got broken, so I had to weld a stud here to attach the bracket. So basically remove all those brackets. Also those connectors, you just put the screwdriver in, get this removed. This you probably need to unbend that metal clip inside. So actually I don't know if you need to remove that. Now we'll try to get behind. So as you can see, and that's probably one of the points you want to check, that this connection is good, not wet, so it's been dry. So we'll disconnect it, And now we will get those brackets off. So I think good point will be to check the new sensor. So it has all the brackets. So all those brackets have to come off. You don't need to unbend anything, just remove everything with the bracket and then install the new sensor with the new brackets on. To get the smaller bolts and nuts off, we're using 1/4" impact. I will leave a link in the description, an 8mm socket. So the tricky part with the ABS sensor is to get it out in one piece, especially if you want to get it replaced by the warranty. So you want to get it loose just by moving it around, not pulling right away. Because if you stick a screwdriver and try to lift it up, there's a big chance that you will break it. So basically going to the left, to the right, just pushing it around a few times, back and forth, will get it moving, and then you can pry it out. Basically massage it like that until it's loose. Okay, so now when I can move it to the right and to the left with my hand, I will stick a screwdriver and we'll do the same thing with the screwdriver again to pry it out. Now just a matter of wiggling it out and using correct tool. Okay, it's almost out. Alright, so as you can see, the sensor itself is not damaged, so nothing should be, there should be any chance that it's like a physical damage, broken wire or something. So next what we want to check is the ring in your hub. Okay, I'm under the vehicle and looking on the wheel hub from the inside. So this is the ring that ABS sensor senses. So each tooth basically tells it that wheel has turned so many degrees. So here you want to check that all teeth are in place, the ring itself is in place, there is no mud, grease, whatever on a ring that could cause faulty readings of the sensor. And at this point, if your ring is fine, and it is in our case, very high chance that you are in need of a new sensor. Okay, so now we'll just remove the old sensor and get the new sensor in place. So this should go behind the brake cable, parking brake cable. Just like that. Though I can probably connect this. Before we go ahead and put the new sensor in, I would strongly recommend cleaning that hole with the wire brush, with the sandpaper, so the new sensor goes in easily, and if in a year or so you need to replace it, it comes out easily too. Okay, so I just used wire brush and a drill to clean that hole. And also what we will do, we will apply anti-seize on all the bolts and on the sensor itself, just around the sensor a little bit. Shouldn't get seized too much, but still nice to have some lubricant, considering that there is a very high chance that we will be replacing it soon again. So why they go bad so often? I don't have a good answer. I think it's just cheap quality of the sensors. I got those from a local supplier as I needed them right away, and I would strongly recommend going online and searching for better brand. Check the reviews before you go ahead and buy those sensors. As you can see, the quality is not the best if you take whatever you are given. Okay, so now I need to figure out how to route this sensor. So there's, just get it started. I don't know why I had to. We need to get it removed. Pull it back. So this will go like that. This will go like that. I guess maybe that's the reason why. So it has to be just like that. And then this bigger one, there's like a groove. So we just go around that plate. Okay, so we need a screwdriver to open those plastic clips. And just go around the brake cable. Now this one, and as I said, use the anti-seize on all the bolts. Those are tiny bolts and they get rusty over there really badly, so put some anti-seize and save you a day for the next time. This one. put the wires back in. They're nicely sealed over there, so there is no need to worry about it as long as you install this cap correctly. See, there's like a foam seal over there. You just press it in. So now we'll get our 10mm bolt store. Tight. Be careful not to break any of those. Don't really like how loose this bracket is. Actually, I may use a zip tie to make it a bit tighter so it's not rubbing against the frame over here. That's better. Okay, so now we will put the wheel back on. We will torque it to 100 foot-pounds and we'll take it for a test drive to see if this resolves our issue, but I'm pretty confident it will. So at this point, I want to thank everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe, and hopefully you have better luck with your ABS sensors. And as always, do it yourself. Thanks for watching.